Is it to be or is it up to me? Did you get that? We're going to look at it soon. All right? Stay tuned. Guys, you know I am happy to have you back here with me, right? I'm happy to see you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for liking. But without further ado, let us jump right into it, right? So I want us to look on this topic today. It is not how you start, but how you finish. Have you ever heard that before? Think about it. There are many plans, many ideologies, and many persons' businesses that you have heard about or know of personally that have started. There has been some challenges, there has been some closing down, there have been some, selling out, there have been some bankruptcies, there have been some, great financial spending, and the list goes on. Stress. And sometimes the hurt is still there lingering because of all the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into the investment itself, especially if it was all the savings that you had and you were just saving that money, you were just trying to push, you took a lot of negative words, a lot of cursing, and the list goes on. Why? Because you were looking for a better way, you were looking to make a certain financial move, but then all of a sudden everything turned. But I want to say to you, it is never how you started, but how you finish. What does that mean? When we start, guys, we think of the possibility of going forward, moving forward, and never having any sort of hiccup, delay, or any sort of setbacks. But the truth of the matter is, every trial, every test, every setback is for a reason. And it comes to strengthen you, it comes to prepare you and to show you what is ahead, how to deal with the situation, so that in any other situation similarly or greater, you have some amount of experience to your belt, to your knowledge, and you're able to even not just help yourself, the business, but to help others come in along. Those that have gone ahead, you have learned, and you are able now in a position to share what you know so that persons don't repeat. But the truth is, not every time you are willing to share and you have shared that persons are going to take what you know into consideration. There's a lot of times a lot of pushbacks, there are pullbacks, and there are just walls that goes up because you don't know what you're talking about, right? But I want you to understand that you may search and find out that a lot of companies started off very rocky, very shaky. First couple months, they decided that they were going to, pack up the shop. They were going to throw in the towel. How many persons do you know of, or you may be watching me now, that you started even a YouTube channel, and if it wasn't for, you finding new ideas, sticking it through, seeing those 1 subscribers and views coming along, and somewhere some motivation was keep urging you on, keep pulling you forward, keep pushing you as well, you would have quit. Or you're in your marriage and the thought about a glam wedding, and you have a brilliant wedding, you have an amazing wedding. Oh my God, it's the wedding of the year, it is the wedding of the 2 years, and so on. And every person, friends, family, when they see the photos, when they see the wedding and recall, they can say, oh my God, this is how I would like to have a similar wedding, or this is what I would actually advise persons to do, because I've gone there, I've experienced it, and it's amazing. It is to live for. But how many are shaking? And the glue that is there is the God factor. All the principles, all the moral beliefs and everything that you have dwelled on, and having that God factor in there helps to keep the glue together, because understanding sent and understanding received is much more important. No, within that same breath, having gone through the test, having weathered the storm, having put up resistance, they are still standing. It's 3 years, it's 5 years, it's 10 years. They are going on strong. How? Why? Because it's not so much of how you start, but it is your finish, your strong finish. I remembered many years ago, I usually do 5K runs and things of the nature. We get our blood pumping and physically in shape. And I recall, when I just started out, I was a little bit rusty. Now, after you're doing it over time, you start to develop how to run the miles, how to position yourself, and ultimately come up in the numbers, come up with your time. But the last few meters, I can tell you, the last say 400 or the last 800 meters, thereabout, you are pushing and you are giving it your all. Why? Because you're trying to do a good time. You're trying to even pass a few persons before you reach a finishing line, and you are giving everything you got. Your heart rate is racing. You are sweating like a cow, and might I add that your feet are feeling sore. You're pushing your arms, right? You're even losing form because you are doing everything humanly possible to make it in. Sometimes the finish is ugly. You know what I mean, ugly. The face is wrenched up. It has no vibe. It is disfigured. You're looking so not beautiful. Right? And you're dipping, you're trying to show for that, hey, I did it. But were you pleased with the finish? Of course you were pleased with the finish. You were pleased with the finish because you gave it your all. And your all is what counts. So I say to us that we want to consider when we are moving, whether it is relationship, whether it is a business, whether it is self-growth, self-development, right, or whatever, we want to ensure that we are considering the finish. The start is important, the start is important, people. And the start is needed to have the finish, because if you don't start, if you have not gotten started, you can't finish, because there has to be a start. But many times the start is poor. The start ain't all that. A little bit of fumbling, bouncing over as if you're going to fall on your face, but you get it right and you're coming into your stride, right? And by the time you look, you're coming up to the finishing line. How are you finishing? Are you finishing strong, or are you still caught up in what you're seeing and hearing around you? You can't bother, you're so tired, you feel hungry, you feel sweaty, and you're just saying, it's just a run. A business is just a run. A relationship is just a run, right? No, we have to consider how we go about, approaching different things, because at the end of it all, we would have wanted to know that we have set our best foot forward. And by setting our best foot forward, right, we can live with the results, because the results are speaking truth. The results are speaking healthy. The results are speaking, my God, you have done it. You have defied the odds. You have definitely pushed beyond, a place of comfort. And what you're doing, you are ensuring that you are taking the man to strong, and you are finishing out and leveling the playing field. So that when you open your mouth, when you speak and person say, listen, you don't understand, I didn't have even any money, I did not have, the tools, I did not have the knowledge, I did not, and we find so many different things to did not, and very little time to really think about the finish. The finish is very important, and let me tell you about the finish. When you finish something, it gives you a sense of completion, gives you a sense of wanting, neediness, and fulfillment. And that completion, enables you to pursue other things. And you want to complete it. Even if you were bad at completing before, right? You have no knack, you have no pull to really complete things. Complete it on time, complete it well. I say to you, consider not just your start, but truly consider your finishing. Because your now does not dictate your future. It is relative again, because this is something that we can discuss, we can come in agreement, come in disagreements. But ultimately, you want to be aware that all that you are doing, all that you're doing, is basing on the wire, coming down to the end part of it, or you're just going to put in all the work possible, that you're showing up and you're doing and giving your best, and you're starting and moving forward. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Never allow anyone to sow bad and negative thoughts within your mind. And we are declaring even now that the finish will be much better than the start that you have started with. Be patient, be consistent, be ready, be focused, and be thankful. In all things, let us be thankful, because our finish is definitely going to be stronger. Catch you soon.